What up? Welcome to Cool Kid TCG. Here we have a matchup, a familiar matchup. It's Purple Luffy versus RP Luffy, specifically playing my friend Marchana again. First round of the tournament here. We already molded the hand. We won the dice roll. We are going first. And we're going to start off with a Dawn Pass. We have the Zorojuro in hand, so we have our next play. Hopefully we can find a Luffy Taro into something else. We do have Nico. We just draw the Luffy Taro. We do have Nico Robin blocker, so we do have something we can play off of it. We're going to ramp, and we got the Songoro. So our next two plays are set. We can't swing into RP Luffy because they're a 6k leader. So we play the Zorojuro. We're looking through what we could grab. We could grab the Gum Gum Giant. We could grab the 9-cost Luffy. I decided to grab a 2k here, Usohachi, because we don't have any 2ks in our hand. We had a plethora of options here. But the thought process was, let's grab a 2K because we don't have a 2K. And we already have our two next play set. So let's go with that. She's at 4 Dawn. Her leader effect is she gets to ramp an active Dawn when she's at 0 Dawn or 8 or higher. So she's not going to be able to do that yet. She plays lead Performer's Disaster, which ramps a Dawn and draws a card for 4, an event. Now she swings 7 into life. We give 2K1, that 2K we just drew, plus 1 of the Nico Robins. And it's a good thing too. We also draw into a Gum Gum Giant specifically when we bottom decked one in our search, and we chose the 2K over it. We're gonna swing 6 in the life, just poke them and see what happens. Hopefully, get a 1K at a hand. Maybe they take. And then now we're going to go. We get a 1K, and now we're going to go with our plan of Luffy Taro into Songoro, and we pass. We have 6 cards in hand, 2 Gum Gum Giants. Not a lot of counter. But they don't have a board right now, so we don't have to worry too much. They're at 7 Dawn, I believe. Yeah, so they're at 7 Dawn. She swings 6 into life. Oh, she swings 6 into the Zorojuro, and we're going to give it 1K. Keep it alive. Thinking of which one to give between the Kid Blocker and the Nico Robin Blocker. Decide to give the Kid Blocker because I feel like the Nico Robin Blocker could become more in handy just because it's cheaper to play later. And she plays a 7-cost Ben Beckman, which trashes a 7k power or less, so our Songoro is gone. We are now at 8 Dawn. She's still at all 3 life. Yeah, so we're thinking about what to do. The idea here, I believe, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with an 8. We can start poking her specifically. We get the 8. She hits a trigger, which I believe it's called It's to Die For. She initially ramps 2 Dawn because that's its effect. The trigger is not activate main. That's what we talk about a little bit. I'm like, oh, wow, that's such a crazy card if that's what the trigger is. But the trigger is actually just ramp an active Dawn. So we read it again. Oh, nope. She ramped 1 extra, so she returns it. But yeah, that's a pretty crazy card. You can ramp twice if you play it. So, like, that's just a turn of Dawn. That's a pretty crazy card. But yeah, we're at 8 Dawn still. She's at 2 life. We're going to poke her with another 8, swinging 2k above her leader. See if we can get 2 cards in a hand, or maybe get her to use a Gum Gum Giant or something or one of her events. She does have 1 Dawn standing. She takes again. Now we're going to tap 4 for a Zorojuro, establishing another body, but also searching. And we're going to be able to grab a 2k Usohachi. So we grab another 2k out of that. We turn the brick into a 2k. We have 2 Dawn standing. We're going to tap those 2 for the Nico Robin blocker. And we're going to pass. She's going to go to 10 Dawn now. So she has a lot of options. I'm thinking about the Rush Shanks, the one that gives minus 1,000 power. I know she doesn't run the Gear 5 Luffy because we talked about it before. I played her last Tuesday. And I was really worried about it last Tuesday. And maybe I completely played this game differently if I'm thinking about that card, to be honest. But I know she doesn't run it. I'm hoping she didn't tech it back in or something. Either way, even if she does play it, we're probably in a safe place with a blocker and being at 3 life. So she swings 6 to the Zorojuro. We give a 1k. Now she's swings 7 into the Zorojuro. And I'm thinking about what to do. I give her the 2k. Now whatever comes down, if it's rush, I can block with the Nico Robin blocker. I did not expect this, but it is a strong card. It's the Linlin, the 9-mom that we play in our deck. So she's going to heal herself, and she's going to put away a Nika. An interesting choice. She said later she regretted this. Probably putting away the Zoro would have been better. And I remember, hey, remember to heal, because I've been there. But yeah, now she's at 2 life. We're at 4. And she plays the Nami Searcher. This Searcher's top 5 for a Straw Hat. She said she grabs a Gum Gum Giant. That's what she said she was looking for. So she has that 1 Dawn standing for Gum Gum Giant. So I know that's there. It's going to be hard to try to kill her this next turn because 2 life and a 1 standing Dawn. So her board is starting to get bigger. So hopefully what we can do is just poke her, get into a manageable situation, and go for a game next turn. Our hand's not great. We do have 2 Gum Gum Giants though, so it could be pretty defensive. We swing 8 into life to see what'll happen. I'm conscious of that 1 stunning Dawn. I don't want to swing like 3 above leader because you can just Gum Gum Giant. I'm thinking swinging 2 above or swinging 4 above. So we start out with the 2 above. She takes. She thought about a trigger, but she decides not to activate it. We swing another 8 into 6, and here's where she's going to give us the Gum Gum Giant, a great card. We use it in our deck. Again, she's using some of the cards that are staples in our deck, the Big Mom and the Gum Gum Giants. So just strong cards, and leader locked to Straw Hat, Gum Gum Giant, Straw Hat Pirates. So both of us are Luffy, both of us get to use it. So she does that, pitches 2 cards, or pitches the card, and draws 2. But now she has no tapped Dawn, so we can push pretty hard here. I'm going to swing another 8. I could maybe arrange my Dawn slightly better. Maybe I should have pushed a little bit harder in certain ways. But I give her I wanted to play it a little bit defensively, I guess. I swing 8. She gives me 2k, 1k. Her hand size, I think, is getting smaller. She's got about 4 or 5 cards, I want to say. Maybe I could have arranged it differently and put like swing 9 or 10 with Zorojuro. But now we're going to put a big 10 and swing 10 into life and put her to 0 life, hopefully, or decimate her hand, which she takes. And we have 1 Dawn standing, 8 for a Gum Gum Giant, just in case. Maybe we could have swung extra 11 or maybe extra with the Zorojuro and really pushed, but decided to go with that. Now here's where I'm a little bit worried because she's at 10 Dawn. We don't have any blockers. We do have the 1 Gum Gum Giant. If she plays like a Rush Shanks, for example, there's a chance she can clear our board if we don't play it right. But we have the Gum Gum Giant, so we're going to try to keep that. I want to keep at least 1 body, just in case she plays like a blocker, in case something weird happens. That's the thought process, is let's keep 1 body. But I'm guessing if she swings into our board, the Zorojuros are probably going to die. But yeah, at this point, I'm thinking a lot about the Rush Shanks. That's kind of in the back of my head. When she's swinging, I'm thinking, but she taps 8, so we know that's not coming. It's Monkey D Dragon. He has Rush, 8 cost, 9k power, and he can give 2 Rested Dawn on play. So she puts it on leader, and she swings 8 into the 6, able to clear that. So now she has 3 more swings. She has 2 Dawn standing. She swings 7 into the 6. We let it die. She's now going to swing 9 into the 8, and unfortunately we have to Gum Gum Giant. Doesn't feel great, but that's what we have to do. Hoping we can draw into some counter in case she swings into the Luffy, which she does. She swings 9 into 8, and we're lucky to draw a 2k counter to be able to counter out of that. So we keep our Luffy Taro on board. She has 2 Dawn standing and no life. So I'm thinking about this. I know that those 2 Dawn are there, and she has, I want to say, 6 cards in hand. She could Gum Gum Giant twice. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm still thinking that's the best course of action, is because there's a chance she can't kill me. She has currently 4 really strong swings. She'd have to hit me 5 times. So she'd have to play something like a Dragon or a Shanks again. So I'm thinking, let's put all the Dawn -1 on Luffy Taro and keep 1 up for Gum Gum Giant. Maybe I should have gone all in and swing 18 for game, but I decided to swing 17 for game. Yeah, because I'm thinking 1 for Gum Gum Giant, and if she clears she probably kill the Luffy Taro next turn, and then hopefully she doesn't kill me or establish any blockers or anything along those lines, and I can swing a leader. So she starts off with a Rad Beam +4. Very good card. Used to be banned at one point. She does 2 Rad Beams. So Rad Beam does +2, but if you have 2 or less life, you get an extra 2. So really +4. She does +4 twice. So she gets to 14 power. Now she gives a 2k to 16 power, and she needs to get to above 17. So I believe she needs to give 2k more power. We're just doing the math right here. And there's another 2k. So there it is. She counters out, and she has a decent amount of cards still in hand. Like, I think she has like 3. So it's not like she was completely like tapped out at this point. So yeah, at this point, all we can do is pass. Again, I don't think she can kill us, the fact that we have the Gum Gum Giant. But she could definitely, if she kills a Luffy Taro and then maybe puts a blocker, we could be in a really tough spot. And if she 9-moms, again, we could be in a tough spot again, because she could heal, and we'd have to hit her twice. We'd have both of our swings to go through. And I imagine she's going to keep Dawn up for either Rad Beams or Gum Gum Giants. She starts off with a 6 to life, and we can't really counter. I guess we could give 2 1Ks, but I kind of wanted to just take. We're just going to take and see what happens. Accumulate cards. Maybe get some 2Ks. We get another 1K counter. Getting lots of 1K counters. She swings 9 into life. She still has all 10 Dawn standing. And she still has the dragon swing and whatever swing's coming. So I'm starting to think about like what exactly, how to play this. I'm thinking if I can count out of 12, and I have enough cards in hand that I could count out of 12. Because I'm thinking if Shanks comes down. Here I'm just asking, oh, you swung with leader, right? Yeah, okay. But yeah, she has all 10 Dawn standing. She could put like an all Nami and swing 12. She's going to swing with the dragon. Here's where I decided to counter out. Just in case she plays like the Shanks, we'll just take let's just counter out now and also cycle our hand a little bit. We're going to return 2 Dawn. Pitch the 9-mom and then draw 2. And then we have to give 1k more power. So we're going to give the Songoro. So she taps 9. At this point, I'm hoping it's not a 9-mom. It ends up being the Luffy, the 9-10 Luffy that we also run. So that draws her a card, returns a Dawn. She's able to ramp it back with leader effect. She plays another, taps 1 for another Nami Searcher. She's searching top 5 for a Straw Hat. So she has a chance to, again, grab a Radical Beam or a Gum Gum Giant, which is what she said she was looking for. And she grabs a Gum Gum Giant. So we know she has that. But she only has 1 Dawn standing, so we know she can't chain Gum Gum Giants. So she swings 10 into the 8, and now we give her 2k, 1k. And here we go. She doesn't have that many cards in hand. I want to say she has 3. And we know one of them is a Gum Gum Giant. She's going to pitch a card with it, but she also is going to draw 2. So she's going to need some crazy draws in order to get out of this. We swing a good 18 to life. She does +4 with the Gum Gum Giant. So she's at 10, and she needs to get out of another, and she just has 3 1Ks, 3 alt Bond Clays. So free hand, but not what she needed right there. Even if it was all 2Ks, she gets up to 16, and that wouldn't have been enough. So unfortunate for her. Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting matchup. I mean, it gets pretty scary there because she ramps pretty fast with some of those event cards like Lead Performer's Disaster and It's to Die For. And then she can play some kaiju as well, but she has a lot more scarier ones in my opinion. Like the Shanks is a really tough card to deal with. She also plays the same kaiju we play with the Big Mom and the 9-10 Luffy. She also has Dragon, which is a tough card to deal with. But yeah, interesting matchup. We're able to get the dub here. Yeah, let me know in the comments anything I messed up or anything I could have done differently. Thanks for watching in, and see you next time.